In the news, the Ministry of Humanitarian Affairs and Poverty Alleviation, in collaboration with the Disability Commission and Ministry of Justice under the federal government, is set to launch a task force on accessibility standard compliance to show the readiness on enactment law of the 2018 Prohibition Act. Dr. Betta Edu made a disclosure during a press conference at the Counter General of the Federation's office to wrap up the long week event mapped out on the commemoration of the International Day for Persons with Disabilities in Abuja. Edu said the launch of the National Accessibility Regulatory had the backing of President Bola Tinubu on compliance and gives credence to the enactment of the law from advocacy to enforcement.
The National Accessibility Regulations and the accompanying simplified versions, which I launched yesterday, provides all the standard measures and dimensions as well as the relevant types of accessibility facilities needed in all types of buildings, roads, transportation facilities, to aid persons with disability. This document empowers the Commission to move forcefully in the enforcement of the law and the regulation with powers to seal buildings and apply penalties. The Commission will also provide capacity building to all government contractors who are expected to comply with the provision of this law.
Also speaking, Chairman, House Committee on Disability, Bashiru Dawudu, said the House representative is fully ready to close all the gaps in the Act, and James David Lalu, Executive Secretary of Disability Commission, noted it's not going to be business as usual as the task force will be putting full force on compliance.
We think there are a lot of gaps in the Act, and actually there are two moving in the House now. There's an amendment and there's one that is actually about reenactment, because some of our folks felt that the gaps are too large. But personally, I'm concerned about two areas: the children with disabilities who are not captured in that particular law, and the issue of women with disabilities. I'm also interested in the Child Rights Act, which does not significantly address children with disability.
The Commission will start meeting with its own partners, compose the task force immediately before this Christmas. Everything will be on ground before the roundup of this year, so that as we come early next year, the task force will be inaugurated. Immediately after inaugurating the task force, immediately by the time on the 16th of January 2024, that will be the expiration date. And then 12 midnight, after by 17th of February to 17th of January, the Commission task force will move out in full force.
While commending the efforts made by the Ministry of Humanitarian Affairs and Disability Commission on the awareness and advocacy, the Accountant General of the Federation, Oluwatoyin Shakirat Madei, commended the achievement made so far by the Disability Commission since inception.